Healthy soil is not just dirt, it's alive. What truly drives plant health beneath the surface isn't fertilizer or even compost alone, but microbes. These microscopic workers decompose organic matter, release nutrients, build soil structure, and protect plants from disease. When microbial life is thriving, the garden above ground transforms. The real key is learning how to boost their populations naturally and sustainably. In this guide, we will explore why microbes are central to gardening success, what conditions allow them to multiply, and how to create a soil ecosystem so rich in life that your plants practically grow themselves. Soil microbes are the hidden workforce of every garden. Soil is home to billions of bacteria, fungi, protozoa, and nematodes in every single gram. You know, that tiny pinch of soil under your fingernail after planting can actually hold over 100 million microbes. Their role is simple but honestly just so essential. They break down organic matter, recycle nutrients, and build the stable humus that keeps soil crumbly and fertile. Without them, organic matter would just sit there undecomposed and, well, plants would starve for nutrients. The reality is that good gardening isn't just about feeding plants, it's really about feeding microbes. When they thrive, plants naturally follow. You know, gardeners who understand this shift in focus, well, they see healthier crops, higher yields, and soil that actually improves with every season, rather than degrades. Soil microbes just can't thrive without air, water, and food. Microbes require three things to grow: oxygen, moisture, and organic matter. If even one of these is missing, their populations can stall or even crash. A gardener's job isn't to add microbes directly, but to create conditions where the existing billions can multiply to their natural potential. So, air and soil actually comes from these little pore spaces. If the soil gets compacted, it can really suffocate microbes, which, reduces their activity quite a bit. Permanent pathways that prevent stepping in beds, along with a steady layer of mulch, really help keep the soil structure open and nicely aerated. Water is equally critical because, well, most microbes live in these thin films of moisture around soil particles. If there's a drought, it actually forces them into dormancy, while waterlogging, on the other hand, suffocates them. So, consistent watering combined with mulch, well, it really stabilizes this delicate balance. Their food is organic matter. Every fallen leaf, every bit of compost, and, every root exudate dripping from a living plant root is a meal. Organic matter doesn't just feed them for a day, it actually decomposes over months and years, giving microbes a constant supply of carbon, nitrogen, and trace minerals. Compost is honestly the most reliable microbe fuel. The single most powerful way to increase soil microbes is to add compost. Compost is not just decayed organic matter, it is a living inoculum teeming with bacteria and fungi that continue their work once applied. When added to soil, compost provides both immediate food for microbes and a slow-release supply of complex organic materials that, take years to fully break down. For practical use, you just want to spread compost in a thin layer across your garden beds, either in the fall or the spring. A ratio of about 1 inch of compost across the surface per season is really enough to steadily fuel microbial life without overloading the soil. Over time, this steady input actually builds a soil that's rich in humus, where microbes never run short of food. Unlike molasses, milk, or other so-called quick fixes, compost ensures a continuous supply of energy for the underground workforce. One of the most overlooked facts in soil biology is that plants themselves directly feed microbes. Through photosynthesis, plants capture sunlight and convert it into sugars, and a significant portion, often between 20 and 40%, gets pushed out through the roots as exudates. These sugary compounds are deliberate gifts to the microbial community, exchanged for nutrients and protection. This is why bare soil is dead soil. Without living roots, microbial populations shrink and go dormant. With plants present, especially diverse cover crops, microbial life explodes. Gardeners can take advantage of this by keeping soil covered year-round with living plants, even in the off-season. A fall sowing of clover, vetch, or rye doesn't just prevent erosion, it actually pumps energy into the soil food web all winter long. For those with raised beds or vegetable plots, planting fast-growing green manures after harvest can, really transform microbial populations by spring. Incorporating those plants into the soil later adds yet another layer of organic matter, compounding the effect. Mulch does more than conserve moisture and suppress weeds. It is also a direct food source and a habitat stabilizer for microbes. When organic mulches such as straw-shredded leaves or wood chips are applied in a layer that's about 2 to 3 inches thick, they, shield the soil from pounding rain, prevent crusting, and help keep temperatures moderate. Underneath, a thriving zone of microbial activity forms, breaking down mulch particles and enriching the soil surface. Over time, this layer really starts to mimic a forest floor where fungi in particular tend to dominate. These fungal networks are, critical for nutrient cycling and help build a soil structure that actually resists compaction and erosion. To apply mulch effectively, just spread it evenly and be sure to replenish it as it decomposes, so you maintain a consistent cover throughout the year. Many commercial products claim to boost microbial life by adding beneficial species directly to the soil. However, because soil is already at microbial capacity, adding more rarely results in lasting increases. Without a steady supply of food, these added organisms die off. Even if they survive, they represent only a fraction of the thousands of species already present in soil. What truly shifts populations is not the addition of microbes, but the addition of organic matter and living roots that expand the carrying capacity of the soil. Instead of spending money on bottled products, invest in making or sourcing quality compost, mulching generously, and growing cover crops. These proven practices build microbial diversity and stability in ways that commercial shortcuts just can't match. Boosting soil microbes is not a one-time fix, but honestly an ongoing process. Each practice, composting, mulching, planting cover crops, avoiding compaction, layers together into a system that really builds life below ground. For example, a gardener who spreads 1 inch of compost in fall, mulches with shredded leaves through winter and sows clover between spring plantings will see a compounding effect in microbial activity. Within 2 to 3 years, the transformation is, honestly, unmistakable. The soil becomes darker, looser, and more fragrant, with way better water retention and a reduced need for fertilizer. Plants respond with stronger growth, fewer diseases, and, higher yields. The gardener's role isn't really to micromanage, but to keep feeding the soil life season after season. The secret is actually simple, yet often ignored. Microbes thrive when soil is kept covered, fed with organic matter, and always populated with living roots. Forget quick fixes and packaged solutions. Instead, just return to the fundamentals of soil stewardship. Every decision in the garden should ask, does this feed or protect the microbial community? When the answer is yes, the results above ground will follow. Stronger plants, healthier harvests, and, a garden that regenerates itself year after year. This is not just good gardening practice, it is ecological restoration at the backyard scale. Soil microbes are the true foundation of plant health, and honestly, the best way to increase them is not to buy them, but to cultivate the conditions they need: air, water, food, and living roots. By applying compost regularly, mulching consistently, avoiding compaction, and planting cover crops, Any gardener can build a thriving underground community that supports abundant growth. If this guide has helped you see your soil in a new light, take the next step. Keep learning, keep experimenting, and most importantly, keep feeding the life beneath your feet. For more in-depth guides on soil health, regenerative practices, and practical methods that work in real gardens, subscribe to HydroHaven and share this video with fellow gardeners who want to grow smarter, not harder. The best harvests begin underground. Let's build them together.